Hey Cindy, so I was just going to go over how to outline text in Illustrator. So this is obviously not your design, but it's a design that doesn't have the text outlined in it. So I'm in Windows Workspace Essentials Classic, and I do have this kind of pushed out. Properties panel is open. Close out of that, but anyway, so in order to do this, I'm going to ungroup because I think all this is grouped together. But so this text here, if we go to type, create outlines here, that will actually create a shape instead of an editable text. Now there sometimes are problems, there will be problems with outlining text sometimes, to avoid those problems that you might have, because it's not editable after you outline it. So sometimes I just do a Command C, Command V, and put it off into the gray area of the canvas, or outside of the canvas, I guess, or the artboard, just to save it. So if I find that I want to change this text at any point, I can quickly and then re-outline it and put it back in where it needs to be. Okay, so let's just do type. Create outlines. So now you can see all the vector points in there. So this is a shape now and not an editable text. Type, create outlines. I keep on wanting to go to the object menu for some reason. Okay, so now those are outlined, and when I share this file with other designers, other people, I won't have any of the text dropping out, or when somebody goes to open the AI file, they're not going to be missing the text now because it's no longer text. They might be missing this, obviously, because it's still text, but they won't be missing the main logo text that's on the artboard. And then just remember, when you actually have something outside of your artboard in Illustrator, when you go to export, you should do a file export. Export as, you can make PNGs this way, JPEGs. PDFs might be a save as. But anyway, if I wanted to make a JPEG, let's say, I'm going to put it on my desktop. I need to check use artboards. So it only exports the stuff on the artboard. Otherwise, I'll get a weird looking file with this stuff, but also this stuff still included in it off to the side. So this little use artboards checkbox is like really kind of important, even though it's so small. So I'll show you what it looks like when you don't do that. Yeah, so export that, and I'm going to put it in CMYK because I'm going to print this, and I want it to be high resolution because it's going to be printed, because it's a logo. Sometimes if you export out a JPEG and you're doing it for like online, you change this to RGB and this to 72 for like online purposes, but since I'm planning on, in theory, printing this, I'm going to make it CMYK at 300, push OK, and I will do another one. File export, export as, where I do check the box. I'll just name it a little differently. It's still going on the desktop. CMYK, high resolution, okay. So if we go look at these files now, we can see this is the one where I did the checkbox. They use Artboards Checkbox, and this is, let's see, where's the one where I didn't? Oh, here it is. And this is the one where I didn't do the checkbox. So you can see the one when you don't do use artboards, you can see that it puts that text off into your file, and you get a weird looking file that's not what you wanted. You wanted it to look like this. So just remember to use that checkbox when you are exporting out of Illustrator, obviously, especially if you have something off into the gray area. Sometimes it also looks like you don't have anything in your gray area, but you actually do. Like sometimes there's like just like one little pen point that's like hanging out that you don't even know is there. So a lot of times I just automatically check that box every time I export something, because sometimes things are sneaky. So anyway, I'm done with the tutorial. Hopefully that explains how to outline the text for your logo.